All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, Tita Bets, and hello to all our viewers out there. It's another beautiful Wednesday lunchtime. This is our weekly lunch date with
Mm.
health and wellness.
Yeah.
And special po dahil last Monday the world celebrated International Women's Day, and
Mm.
today we have a female doctor. And our topic is specifically para sa mga concerns ng the female species. Ayan.
Ayan. Good morning Raymond, and good noon pala, no? Good noon
Opo.
Raymond. And good noon to all our televiewers. Since 'di ba it's Women's Month.
Yes.
So let us do homage to our women and try to solve or make
Mhm.
them aware of one of the more common problems, 'di ba, that people have been asking about, especially yung mga millennials natin. So we're happy and honored that today we have a very good OB-GYN, who's going to talk about the topic of PCOS, di ba? So,
PCOS. Mhm.
oo.
Alam niyo po, before, ang pagkakaalam ko lang sa PCOS, pag election lang yan eh.
Oo nga eh.
Smartmatic. The controversial smart PCOS machine.
Hmm.
Okay. Pero ngayon,
Oo.
syempre, iba pala ito. Ito pala ay Polycystic Ovary Syndrome.
Syndrome.
Very
Yes.
opo.
Oo.
Okay, batiin mo natin ang mga Gen Zs natin who are waiting for this topic. Ayan.
Hi,
So excited for
Joy.
today's episode. Joy. Here's another Joy. Si Pauline Joy.
Pauline Joy. Oh, puro Joy
Yeah,
ah.
good. Ayan.
Yan, good noon.
Also, I can already sense the vast amount of knowledge I will be acquiring today. Magandang tanghali po. Pauline, hello. Thank you for that. Excited tayo to learn. A lot of women need this information. Yeah, correct. Exactly. Ayan. So, ayun. Katulad ko, lalaki. Alam ko ibang meaning ng PCOS eh. Pero ngayon, you'll get to know and how it affects our female species.
Oo. Siyempre kami, we learn about the male, and the males also learn about the
Yes.
female.
Siyempre
We
naman,
understand
dapat.
each other, diba?
Of course.
So,
Para hindi
sige.
naman parang alienated tayo sa isa't isa.
Oo nga eh.
Sometimes it's it's a cause of issues, 'di ba, relational issues because of
So,
ignorance.
if you
But
don't
it's not an
understand each
excuse.
other,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Oo naman, oo.
Sabi
Kasi
nga,
these
ignorance of the
are,
law is not an excuse.
ignorance of the wife makes not a,
Sabi nga po ng mga
makes
sisters ko,
for,
I have 6 sisters. Eh. Dapat daw, happy wife para
oo,
happy life.
happy
I don't have a
life, yes.
brother kasi puro babae, 6.
Okay. So, dapat maganda yung understanding mo ng women.
Oo nga po, parang may video call kami. Minsan, ano ako eh, OP ako eh.
Ah, ayan. So anyway, I think we prepared a short
Yes.
intro for
Ito na.
Doc She. Mhm.
Ako, exciting. All right. So, without further ado, ito muna. And after this intro video, we'll have our very special guest for this very special episode. So keep it locked.
Ayan.
All
Hi,
right.
Doc She. Good noon. Ayan.
Welcome po, Doc She.
Good afternoon, Tita Bets. Good afternoon, DJ Raymond, and good afternoon to
Hello.
all the viewers of Health Revolution.
Mhm.
Thank you
Ayan,
so
so
much
Doc,
for making yourself available. No?
oo nga
Busy
eh.
syempre ang ating mga frontliners, no? Kahit anong
Mhm.
specialization, we know all of you are so busy.
Yes, and Doc has to travel pa to Batanes, di ba, every month.
Oh yes, every month.
So,
Wow.
yes po. And actually, it's a pleasure of mine to be on this show. When DJ Raymond told me that it's about celebration of Women's Month,
Women's
International
Month.
Women's
Yeah.
Month, naku,
Yes.
hindi ako tatanggi. I'm not gonna miss this opportunity to
Oo.
bring awareness to
Mhm.
all the women out there.
Yes, oo. Kasi nga, di ba, it helps to help women solve their problems, their pain points. Kasi nga, as DJ Raymond said, happy wife, happy life. Kaya
Yeah.
kailangan happy yung mga women daw. So we're here to help the men have happy wives. And of course, for the women to be happy with themselves, no?
Yes, of course.
Ayan.
Number
Kasi
one.
dahil nga, happy Women's Month, no?
Yeah,
Pero
correct.
yun na nga, alam mo, Doc She, a recurring, a very common problem and a common word actually na naririnig natin is PCOS. But then, sabi, sabi nga ni DJ Raymond, ang naintindihan lang niyang PCOS is smart
Dati nga.
math.
Yeah, nga, si Smart Mate.
So,
Very controversial kasi yung PCOS machine na yan. Pero ito
oh,
pala, mas matindi to. Life and death situation to eh.
oh. So, Doc She, what exactly is PCOS ba?
Okay, so I'm sure yung mga viewers natin, since we have a very young group na sumusubaybay sa program nyo, they are very much aware of this PCOS, and this is what we call Polycystic Ovary Syndrome. So it's a common problem among women in the reproductive age group, 15 to 44 years old, and it is comprised of a problem mainly in the hormones. There's an imbalance of it. Tayo pong women, what we have, of course, would be the female hormones that makes us women. And that is estrogen and progesterone, right? But we also have, normally, we also have the male hormones, yung testosterone. Pero small amounts lang. Small amounts lang. But ang problem with women with PCOS, abnormally elevated o mataas yung androgens nila, particularly the testosterone. So mas mataas yung male hormones nila. That's why it interferes with their menstrual cycle. It gives them problems with the skin. Nagkakaroon sila ng mga breakouts or acne. It could also have problems with hair loss, or parang baldness. And it would also make them gain weight more. So, mas nagiging overweight sila or even obese. And, of course, it signifies a problem talaga. It's very bothersome. Mahirap mag-aral, mahirap mag-work. It's hard to maintain yung mga responsibilities mo as a woman kung may mga gumugulo sa yung problems like any of these.
So, basically, it's a hormonal problem, Doktora?
Yes po, Tita Bets. Mas mataas po kasi yung androgens, yung testosterone. Actually, PCOS means Polycystic Ovary Syndrome. And when we say syndrome, it's a group of symptoms. Sa totoo, in order for us to say that a woman has PCOS, kailangan 2 out of the 3 criteria present sa kanya. So ano ba yung criteria natin for that? One is that meron siyang irregularities sa menstruation. Which means, sa isang taon, tita, diba, there are 12 months. So dapat 12 times a year nagme-mens or nagkaka-period. But in PCOS, usually madalang lang. Pwede isang beses lang o kaya 3 times a year. Ganun lang kadalang. And kapag ka po nagkaroon naman ng period, mas malakas or mas mahaba na interval. So that's one criteria. The other criteria nga is yung evidence na medyo mataas yung male hormones. Paano natin makikita? Either from blood exams, pero kung physical naman, makikita mo talaga, tita, yung DJ Raymond, talagang grabe yung breakouts, grabe yung acne, grabe yung hair loss, o kaya nagkakaroon ng unwanted facial hairs, nagkakabigote, nagkakaroon ng ganda. Or even hair between sa breast, hair sa navel, sa puso. Nakaka-frustrate for women na magkaroon nito. And last but not least, kaya siya nasabing polycystic ovary kasi on the ultrasound, pag chinek natin ng ang ovaries nila, may mga maliliit na fluid-filled sacs. Para siyang, kung i-describe ko sa layman's term, mukha siyang taho sa, yung tago sa taho, yung maliliit. Ang laman nito, fluid, and it also contains immature follicles. Ibig sabihin, ito yung mga buwan kung hindi siya nagkaroon ng period kasi hindi siya nag-release ng mature na egg, naiipon yun sa mga ovaries. Kaya poly means many, cystic means yung mga fluid-filled sacs. So kung ang isang babae may 2 out of the 3 dun sa sinabi, she will be then diagnosed with PCOS as a problem first. So yun yung magiging diagnosis na.
So usually pag merong ganong mga symptoms, so they should go to an OB/GYNE, no, 'di ba? How do you call that? OB/GYN, OB/GYN?
OB/GYN or OB/GYN. O kaya gynecologist. Kasi yung iba sabi, ba't ako pupunta sa OB? Hindi naman ako pregnant. O, diba? So some would say, sige po, gynecologist would be
gynecologist.
Gynecologist. So but actually, same practice sila di ba? Anong question, Raymond?
Yeah, dito sa comment thread natin. Yung cause po, may ask po, what causes PCOS?
So that's a very good question. Sa totoo, up to this date, yung pinaka-exact na reason why there is PCOS is still unknown. Pero it has a genetic predisposition, meaning it runs in the family. Especially, ang nakita naming association would be kung mataas po yung incidence ng diabetes, especially sa father's side. So it's one of the established risk factors for developing this one. And environmental also. Bakit? Kunwari, yung bata, yung nagdadalagita before pa siya mag-period, she's exposed to a lot of junk food, hindi na pagkain, bata pa lang siya, medyo overweight na siya or even obese. This can expose her to polycystic ovary syndrome as well. Kaya po, since you know kung ano yung mga potential causes, no? Yung genetics, mahirap i-reverse yan, di po ba? Kasi so what we can do is actually to prevent PCOS from happening, which means kailangan kapag meron ka na ring symptoms, no, such as irregularities nasa periods, heavy man siya, or talagang wala ka for a year or more, tapos nagkakaroon na nga po ng signs of virilization, unwanted facial hairs, acne na hindi mo alam ba't nagkaroon in the first place and humahaba, kailangan talaga you seek professional consult or you seek help.
Oo, kailangan magpa-diagnose muna, 'di ba, bago mag-medicate. Hindi yung kasi nga pag kunyari kung ano-ano na yung mga pinagte-take or medications or whatever na ginagawa na wala namang scientific basis or you did not do due diligence in recording the effects, baka later on mas mahirap malaman, 'di ba, kung why did you become like that, what caused the PCOS in you, 'di ba? So mas maganda pa lang kung umpisa pa lang they go to a good doctor like Doc She for diagnosis, And then, para they can get the proper medication, di ba? Medication and of course, supplement. Yun.
Yes, Tita Bets. And
Oh,
PCOS kasi is just the tip of the iceberg. So, ano
mm-mm.
lang yun eh, depende po kasi sa age of a woman when she starts to have the symptoms. Kasi kunwari po, teenager, no? So, ang problems lang niya would be yun nga, sa skin, and then hindi niya alam kung kailan siya magsusuot ng pads kasi hindi niya alam kailan siya magkakaroon ng period. But, habang tumatanda siya, kunwari, nagkaroon na siya ng partner and then nag-asawa eventually, wants to have a child, bukod sa dalawang yon, yung skin problems and problems with irregular periods, ang next problem niya would be mahihirapan siyang magbuntis or infertility concerns. Frustrated siya doon. And last but not the least, kapag 35 or more, and then hindi pa rin na-address yung kanyang PCOS, no? Bukod sa lahat ng nasabi ko, she's at risk of developing endometrial cancer. Totoo po yun. And then, pwede rin siyang magkaroon ng metabolic syndrome. Pwede ho siyang magkaroon ng high blood po, hypertension. Pwede siyang magkaroon ng diabetes and even stroke. So, napakarami. Sa
kasi nga it's related to the circulatory system, 'di ba? The blood flow.
Opo.
Kaya nga, although I think women are also medyo mahirap yung magkaroon ng mens, but I would say a bit lucky in that aspect na we can get rid of the bad blood. Hindi naman yung masamang dugo, no? But we get rid of those, parang it's also a part of detoxification process for women, di ba? Na, nalalabas nila yung well, if you were not able to produce a baby, di ba? Then it goes out. And of course, it cleanses also part of your reproductive system. Ayun. Pero, bali, doktora, pag kunyari, normally, ano ba ang mga medications that OB-GYNs would give, our young ladies here if they have PCOS?
So, it would also depend on the symptoms that they present, Tita Bets. So, syempre nga po, sabihin din natin na it also is related, no, to advanced gaining weight. Talagang medyo mabilis yung pagtaba, especially where sa midsection, sa bewang. So instead of the fats being deposited sa hita, sa hips and sa thighs, sa waist siya. So this is a bad sign kasi kapag ang lumalaki yung bewang, no, yung tinatawag na central obesity, mas tumataas yung insulin resistance. And yung insulin resistance, isa yan na reason bakit din merong PCOS. So with it, nahihirap i-utilize yung katawan yung asukal, no? So, kumain ka ng tinapay, carbohydrates yan, broken down into sugars or yung tinatawag nating glucose. Kasi kailangan yun makapasok sa different cells of the body para magamit natin. With insulin resistance, hindi po nangyayari yun. Hindi makapasok sa cells. So, tumataas lalo po yung insulin production kasi parang hindi gumagana yung dati ng insulin, nag-overwork yung pancreas na mag-release ng insulin. And when there's insulin resistance, all the more dumadami po yung production naman ng testosterone because nai-inhibit yung sex-binding globulin na tinatawag. Pag tumaas na naman yung testosterone, lalong mas severe yung symptoms ng patient natin. So, to answer your main question, Tita Bets, paano natin sila tutulungan? How do we treat PCOS? Ang pinaka-number one na kailangan pong ayusin would be their lifestyle. So, we have to help them modify their lifestyle because our goal is for them not only to be healthy, no, per se, kasi very general yun eh. But what we want is for them to lose weight. So, important aspect ng treatment of PCOS is for them to lose weight. So, in order for them to achieve that, kailangan po magbigay tayo sa kanila ng proper diet. Hindi po yung kung ano-ano lang na fad diet or magka-crash diet sila. Hindi eh, kasi it doesn't work long-term. Kailangan pang matagalan. And pwede rin tayo mag-seek ng professional consult dyan. A certified dietitian or nutritionist can actually provide them with a list of food na pwede nilang for the entire week. Pwede lang ulit-ulitin yon. And ang focus now is more on yung tinatawag, kung narinig niyo, yung mga plant-based na food. Kasi this
Whole
plant-based
foods.
are less in fat but very high in fiber. So, ibig sabihin, mababawasan nga po yung problems no, sa pagtaas ng mga cholesterol levels nila that can also complicate yung PCOS nila. Plus also yung mga food that are low in, that have low glycemic index. Ibig sabihin yung source of carbs nila rin is mga magagandang sources na fibers, mga vegetables. Plus po, kailangan may exercise. Kasi no diet complete para sa pag-lose ng weight kung hindi sila gumagalaw. Kailangan bilis yung metabolism nila. And at least po 30 minutes lang naman. 30 minutes, 3 times a week is enough. Hindi rin po kailangan pagod na pagod po.
Kahit na yung walking lang, ano, doktora,
Yes, po.
okay na, no?
Yes po, walking exercises is good. Yung iba kong patients, sinasabi ko, mag-jumping jacks kayo, 100 every other day. So, it's something na kaya nilang gawin kahit po hindi pupunta sa gym, kahit wala po silang daladalang mga gamit or dumbbells, that's fine. So, kailangan...
Hindi daw pwedeng magtalon-talon after eating.
Ayun lang po, huwag naman po.
1 hour.
Baka po ma-appendicitis yung pasyente natin. Schedule din po nila yun. So that's pinaka-core of the treatment. It's actually for them to have a healthier lifestyle, so to say. So yun yung long one. And then, address na natin yung mga concerns. For women, ang gusto nila, mag-menstruate regularly. We can give them oral contraceptive pills, combination po to ng estrogen, progesterone, yung usual pills that we give, pero maganda po na gagamitin natin yung may anti-androgenic effects. Kunwari, cyproterone acetate, kasi maaayos na po yung period, maayos niya yung flow ng menstruation, magiging regular, at the same time, mababawasan po yung mga acne, mababawasan po yung mga ilang symptoms. Kapag ang problem ng patient, yung mga excessive facial hair, pwede po natin din siyang bigyan ng mga cream na pangpatanggal ng mga creams. Pwede natin siyang i-subject sa electrolysis noon para permanent removal. Pero again, kailangan makontrol yung underlying cause, which is the PCOS, while we're doing this therapy. Kung halimbawa, ang gusto naman ng patient with PCOS magbuntis. So, ang bibigyan naman natin sa kanila po ay clomiphene citrate, which can enhance their chances po na magpunan. And also, syempre Tita Pets and DJ Raymond, kung gusto magbuntis, hindi natin sila pwede munang bigyan ng pills, right? Kasi ang side effect ng pills is as a means of contraception. So what we give them could be metformin. Kasi nga,
metformin for diabetes.
Gamot siya for diabetes. And kasi kakambal din nga po ng PCOS ang insulin resistance. So ano ba ang action ng metformin? Ang action po nito, dinidecrease niya yung production ng asukal ng liver. It also increases insulin sensitivity. At ang isa pa pong importanteng ginagawa niya, it's an anorexian. Ibig sabihin, habang tinitik ng babae ito, wala siyang gana. So, di ba po, mas effective yung weight loss niya in the process. So, in lieu of the pills, we can give metformin and clomiphene para sa mga gusto pong magbuntis.
Yes, but don't self-medicate, ha?
Yun nga.
Si Doc She.
A specialist kasi case-to-case basis po siya talaga.
Yes po.
And assessment.
Okay. Kasi po, madali yung metformin eh. Metformin can be, over the counter yan eh.
Opo. It can be dispensed over the counter. It can buy. Pero,
and even in barangay, nabibigay sila sa mga barangay niyan, yung metformin.
For diabetics kasi.
Diabetics na.
Prescribed for diabetics ang
maintenance ko yan eh. That's why I know.
Pero yun na nga rin.
May question po dito. Pero sige po, Tita Bets, after your...
I'd like to to remind people nga din na they should really first seek professional advice. Wag yung sabi mo nga 'di ba, wag nang over the counter. And then if they are on medication, it would also be good for them kasi since food is your medicine, 'di ba? So make food supplements also a part of
Yeah.
your health regimen, di ba?
Yes, correct.
So anyway, we'll talk about I think
Sige
I've
po.
heard that glutathione kasi daw helps with the
PCOS?
PCOS
Oh,
problems.
sige po. Ito muna, bigyan natin ng weight
Mga
itong mga
question
question
ka.
ito. Apa. What can you say to those women diagnosed with PCOS to lessen their fear and to seek professional
Ah,
help? Okay. Meron palang fear factor din ito, no? Medyo parang nakakatakot pa
kaya
totoo
ayaw
yun.
pumunta ng
Eh,
doktor, 'di ba? Kaya lang 'pag lalo
okay.
ngang natakot, di lalo ka ngang hindi mada-diagnose properly. Kaya kailangan
Mm.
the first thing is to go to a doctor.
I
Your
agree po.
doctors are your friends. Don't be afraid
Oo,
to go to doctors.
Hindi po talaga po, I agree with you. And siguro mas nakakatakot would be the fear of the unknown. So parang
mm,
kung mas hindi ka well-informed, mas hindi mo alam how you would battle your condition, di ba
mm,
po, mas all the more scary yun. So it's a
mm,
must that you have someone with you, you talk with a
mm,
professional talaga with regards to your problem kasi that way, maa-alleviate yung fears mo through
mm.
education and through awareness.
Oo. Yeah,
Mhm.
the greatest fear is fear itself. Tsaka I think kasi
Yeah.
din, maybe hindi din siguro fear. It's more of like, hindi mo rin alam kung sino yung tatanungan mo. Di ba yung ibang tao ganon? Kunyari, like for example, yung iba tatanong sa magulang, hindi naman, kung minsan, hindi ma-explain ng magulang. Pangit naman if you go to your friends, they are not the experts. They might give you wrong advices, di
Puro
ba?
hearsay lang. Don't Google it
Oo.
also.
Oo, kahit sa Google nga mahirap din. Too much
Mahirap din.
information, sometimes
Uh-huh.
contradictory pa.
Yeah,
Oo.
yun naman. Very
Oo.
confusing.
So what they can do is find a doctor and then kung kunyari feeling ninyo, okay, hindi ko vibes itong doctor na to, then you can go to another
Mm.
doctor but at least seek expert advice.
Mm.
No.
Tama
Ayun,
po
ma'am niya,
yan.
Doc She will share her contact number or how to send your PM, sabi nga sa, di ba?
O kasi
Sa
alam
Facebook,
mo si
PM is
Doc
the key.
She,
Yeah.
Doc She, siya, very civic-minded si Doc She. Alam mo, during the pandemic, she did teleconsult free,
Free.
Oh, 'di ba? Kaya nga you will know who are the doctors who can help you. Who are the
Mhm.
doctors who have you in mind because they want to help you. Yon.
Yes,
You know
yes.
what, Tita Bets? During the pandemic, I realized there are a lot of groups pala din na women with PCOS, they have this certain groups. Kasi,
Mm.
meron akong nabigyan ng free consultation with regards to their problem, nire-recommend niya doon, malaki pala yung grupo nila. Kasi one
Ah.
Mm.
problem that they had during the pandemic, hindi sila makalabas to seek
Uh-huh.
consult. Wala sila pong reseta in order to buy their
Mm.
maintenance
Mhm.
medication.
Mm.
So nakatulong po. Nakatulong din
Mm.
po pala that they have a group where they can
Oo.
share to their
Yeah.
fears, their
Mm.
anxieties,
Yeah,
para
support group, no?
opo, kasi
Share
ito po
group. Yeah.
naman, apart from professional help sa mga people with PCOS, kailangan din nila yung support ng family
Mm.
nila, ng friends nila, or women who also share the same condition para lahat tayo, di ba, ito yung essence nitong International Women's Month, no? Tulungan
Yeah.
tayo. Bawat
Mm.
isa nagtutulungan to make
Correct.
everybody better. So,
Mm-mm.
maganda po yun. And thankfully, merong mga ganong groups, no, that care about women sharing the same problem.
Mm.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
that's nice to hear.
Mm-mm.
Doktora, what are some of the effects kung assuming kunyari okay na hindi na diagnose, hindi na treat yung nila mga PCOS nila. Ano ba ang mga pwedeng maging effect later on in life?
Okay po. Since sabi nyo kanina yung tungkol sa menstruation na hindi nakakalabas,
Mm.
that's partly true. That's partly true. Kasi ang nangyayari is pag palagi pong makapal yung lining ng uterus, yung tinatawag na endometrium, dahil hindi siya na-shed off during menses, may potential po na magkaroon ng endometrial hyperplasia o pagkapal nito that could lead to cancer later on. So usually, nadidiagnose natin to late na po, no? So nakakahinayang na pwede pala nalaman natin early on. And then, kung halimbawa wala pa ring discipline, maaga naman nasabi that meron kang PCOS pero hindi ka pa rin nag-modify ng lifestyle, patuloy kang tumaba, let's say, merong nakakatakot na complication known as metabolic syndrome. Sa umpisa, ang nangyayari lang, mataas yung blood sugar. Pwedeng nagkakaroon lang basta ng spike sa BP or sa blood pressure. But later on, magde-develop ng full-blown na diabetes. Pwede pong mag-require ng, ano yun, nung forever na insulin shots.
Insulin, yeah.
High blood po talaga, hypertension, that can lead to stroke. Just imagine. Diba?
Kaya nga,
Ang dami palang
kaya
ano yan.
yung kaya yung
Daming
mga
ano yan.
listeners natin, huwag
Yes.
kayong matatakot sa PCOS. Matakot kayo dun
Mhm.
sa magiging effects pag if
Epekto,
you leave
yeah.
your if
If
you
you,
leave the
if
PCOS
you don't address it,
untreated.
yeah, face it. Correct.
Oo.
Ito ba prevalent ba to sa ano, sa mga young people, young ladies, teenagers, mga adolescent, yan. Marami na rin po yan ngayon.
Marami po. Kasi malalaking sulat yung mga kabataan ngayon. I have a lot of patients nang dinadala nila sa clinic ko this time ay yung mga anak na nila.
Oh, wow.
It affects
Ano
kasi
sa ano yan?
as
Ano
early
kilala
as
mo ba sa food?
po.
Sa
As
diet, because of the processed food that we eat, mga milk, di ba yung mga bubble tea, milk tea, soda, mga cheese, maraming, yan.
Mga
Talaga
fast
kinalaman sa
food.
food. Fatty, high on cheese and oil, no? Fat.
Yes.
Oh.
Is a factor po talaga would be the nutrition na initially inoffer natin sa mga anak natin na nagdadalaga start mag-menstruate.
Okay.
So, kahit wala silang genetic predisposition, dahil sa environmental factors like that, pwede mag-develop nito.
Okay. So, yun ang second cause, na po, yung sa genetic, tapos yung environmental factors, food. May question pa po dito. After this, we will take a break po muna. Can general medical doctors po can also treat PCOS or need po ng OB-GYN talaga? OB-GYN. OB-GYN. Talaga. GYN.
Actually, general practitioners can address yung common problems also, but most of the time, these doctors refer to us, especially for cases na nga like kunwari, potentially yung infertility, Kasi ngayon, sa practice of medicine, initially, ang unang tumitingin would be the generalist, pero once the generalist identifies a specialty problem like this, talagang nire-refer nila rin po sa iba-ibang specialties. Kasi, kunwari, bilang doktor din, may nakita rin akong patient na merong kakaibang problem that I think another specialist would be able to take good care of her better than me or would magpo-provide ng mas okay na services in terms of that disease. Of course, we do refer. So, kung nahihiya po sila kasi ang notion ng iba, ba't ako pupunta ng OB? Hindi naman ako buntis or nahihiya. Pwede po silang mag-seek ng consult sa generalist na pinagkakatiwalaan nila, yung family doctor nila. I'm sure they will be given the same general na mga treatment, pero eventually kung kailangan po talaga maghanda sila because probably po they will be referred also soon.
Pero naman hindi naman ibig sabihin na let's say today you go to the OB-GYN for life. For life.
Hindi naman pregi kagad.
Or for life, palaging doon ka na rin sa kanya punta ng puna. Kung ma-solve naman yung problem, di ba? Although, ang babae talaga, best friend nila yung OB-GYN kasi you have to see her when you are menopausal also, di ba? So that you'll know, iba naman yung problems during that stage. But then it's nice to have a friend in your doctor. So, whether family doctor or specialist, although I always, as Doctora said, you go to the family doctor first for a general diagnosis. And then if you have a special problem, then you go to the specialist. Oo. Para maayos yung problem. Kasi sa atin naman, it's always about the solution to the problem. Once it's solved, then okay na tayo. We move on, di ba? And solve other problem. But ang sa atin, we prevent pala. We prevent more problems.
Yeah. Prevention is better than cure. Ma'am, Betty, may nagtag dito si Christine Kagawad Cyrus. Si Ma'am Betty.
Vanessa.
Christine.
Hi.
All right, so let's take a break muna.
Hello.
No? Opo, let's take a break muna. When we come back, we got more about PCOS. Ayan, no? So it is Polycystic Ovary Syndrome. Ayan, with Doc Shet. We'll be back, guys. Don't go away.
Ikaw ba ay may problema dahil sa bad bacteria? Mayroong solusyon para sa'yo, huwag mag-alala. Subukan mo na para may good digestion ka. Ha, happy life sa Team Biota. Team Biota, para laging masabi ako dyan.
Mahalagang paalala, ang 15 Biota ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Kung puso ang problema, break the bad habits. Move on na para sa healthy heartbeats. A big 5-0. Tara na, let's all be fit. Mega healthy sa Omega 963. Para sa heart nutrient deficiency. Sa big 5-0, strong ang heart and body. Sa big 5-0. Nakamove on ka na't kumanda? Sa big 5-0, puso mo ay alagang-alaga.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Big 5 o ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Anak, anong gusto mong juice?
Ang gusto ko, veggie juice kasi gusto juice, gusto ng lahat. Ang veggie juice na pampasigla ng katawan. Nasa gusto na ang lahat. May gulay na, may prutas pa. Ito na ang sustansya. Vitamin ay kumpleto. Ikaw ma, gusto mo?
Uminom na ng isang baso ng sustansya. Kompletong sigla para sa ating pamilya. Gusto veggie juice, your yummy veggie drink.
Mahalagang paalala, ang gusto ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Alright, we are back. We are back. Yeah. Okay,
So,
so
talking about yung yung I remember Doc She was talking about yung sa metabolic processes. So, let's talk about the supplements naman, no, na I think I mentioned earlier, I heard that some OB/GYN, they're prescribing yata berry the glutathione. Kasi nga pag babae gustong pumuti and then gusto din maging kaya yung sa big gumawa ng ng berry gluta para maputi na, healthy pa. So it has berry contents. But is it really helpful? Is it helpful for PCOS or for other problems?
Well, Tita Bets, glutathione is a known antioxidant. So, maganda siya, and it's been proven naman to also help yung mga people with endocrine problems such as diabetes. And since PCOS is also related to that, maganda rin po, no, there are studies stating that may benefit po ang antioxidants in terms of treating polycystic ovary syndrome.
Oh, okay. And then for the metabolic naman, we have our probiotics, 15 Biota, and we have one which is 2 Biota. And I think it also helps, 'di ba? With the metabolism. Sabi nga nila all disease starts from the gut eh. So it's so it's a partnering of medication and supplements that will solve the problems faster. 'Di ba? So kaya yung mga tao, 'di ba, they shouldn't fear na their fear should be if they don't treat it now, then it becomes a long lasting problem, 'di ba? Which might be harder. Sabi nga sometimes it took you like 13 years, 20 years to accumulate the problem, and then you want to be cured. Most especially mahirap pag if it develops into cancer na, 'di ba? So mas malaki ang magiging problem nila. So dapat maliit pa lang yung problem, try to solve it na, correct?
Yes.
And so kayang-kaya
mo. Prevention talaga po is better than a pound of cure palagi. So if you have the risk factors, no, kahit hindi ka pa nag-exhibit ng symptoms, then live a healthy life. And tama kayo, don't be afraid to to take supplements, no, to take measures like exercise and doing these things, no, kasi
Mm.
ultimately your goal is to be healthy, lalo na in the future, no, yung longevity po na.
Mm. Kaya nga kung minsan maganda din yung naidulot ng pandemic actually, kasi some people can now do teleconsulting. Alam mo yung parang ano, you don't need to go. Kung minsan kasi doktor, ang hirap mag-doctor's appointment. You have to go there and then wait for 1 hour, 2 hours for just to see the doctor, di ba? So, right now, for some cases naman ano, I think pwede naman the teleconsulting works, di ba? So, I think it has also helped the profession, and also we don't also want to expose all our doctors to COVID, which is on the rise right now, no? Mm. Yeah. So,
Apart from that po, tita, isa ring magandang nadulot ng pandemic is that dahil na-confine tayo sa mga bahay, no, we also realized how important it is din talaga pala to focus on our health. 'Di ba? Marami naging health conscious, mas maraming nagkaroon ng time na makita nila, naku, may mga pagbabago pala sa akin na dahil dati busy sila, hindi nila alam that they have. So, siguro yung one of the fruits of that. But either way, whether face-to-face or virtual, no, talagang ito yung panahon that we need to focus more on our health.
Okay. So, dapat nga itong COVID na 'to, stay home. Stay safe, stay home, no? So, whether you have PCOS or not, you stay safe and you stay home. Pero yun na nga, pagdating na ng malapit na yung menstrual period. And by the way, Doc, when should the person see you? When they are near the period of the mens, or they're in the middle of the month or of the period, or paano? When is the best time to see a doctor?
Anytime po when they're ready. Anytime po na they are ready to accept, no, kung ano man. Kasi with PCOS naman, wala po talagang specific time na based on the menses. Hindi nga po sila madalas nagme-mens. Ang dami ko pong isang taon na silang walang period, 6 months, 3 months din. So once they're ready, once they're committed to get well, naku, makita po kayo agad.
Tapos, what are the usual blood tests? Ito naman actually, I learned from my sister. Kasi sabi na isang araw, I want to see the doctor. Sabi niya, kaya lang, ano naman pupunta ko dun sa doctor? Wala naman akong blood test. Syempre, no, to be practical about it, syempre we have to pay a doctor's fee. So before, like, we go to a doctor, we pay the fee, and then the doctor say, okay, you take this blood test. So magta-take ka ng blood test, so babalik ka na naman. So 2 beses yung professional fees. So I don't know if for the cases of like yung mga PCOS, are there blood tests that they can initially take before seeing an OB/GYN?
Wala po. Usually, kasi we only draw blood kapag po in certain cases. Kasi clinically, we can diagnose a patient with PCOS. So,
Okay.
sa ganitong kaso po, mas cost efficient kung hindi ka muna magpapagawa ng anything. Kasi nga baka may kulang or may dadagdag. Remember, PCOS is diagnosed based on the history na hindi pagkakaroon ng periods, tapos yung pagkakatawa ng patient, and then ultrasound yung una naming modality. Tapos, for us to determine naman yung kanila pong high androgen levels, that's the time we check for testosterone, DHEAS. Medyo expensive yun. So, kung halimbawa, physically, we can see naman talaga na there are signs of that, pwedeng hindi na tayo pa-blood workup. Pero, sa mga older patients, we also get the cholesterol levels. Kasi po, usually we expect mataas yung cholesterol, lalo na yung bad cholesterol during bouts of PCOS. So, kung mataas din po yun, kasi we have to treat also.
Okay. So, Doktora, what is your advice to our young people, our audience? Ano ba ang mga dapat nilang gawin? Ano ba ang mga what advice or takeaway would you want to leave our audience for today?
So, for me, you have to be attuned to your bodies. Listen to what your body is telling you. And ibig sabihin nun is that you prioritize your health above all things, no matter how busy you are. kailangan attuned ka to yourself. And I have a message also for those women out there fighting this disease or this condition known as PCOS. Remember that you have to be fighting every day. Kasi
Mhm.
PCOS is only controlled, no? Hindi siya
Mhm.
talaga totally gumagaling. So you have to keep on fighting
Mm.
every day. The fight should be there palagi and never ever give up. So yun po.
Mhm. Okay. Ano na yan, wala palang cure ang ano, but we can control it at least that because it's genetic, no? Yeah, I
Yes
think
po.
it's genetic. So probably we just have to wait for some genetic advances before it can be solved siguro totally. But at the moment, pero very practical naman eh ang ano, ang treatment for PCOS kasi it involves lifestyle change, no? And then proper diagnosis and then ayun. So for our young people out there, don't lose hope, 'di ba? And also what's good with the advices that Doc She has given to us today, it would also help prevent other problems like for example diabetes, 'di ba? O
Mhm.
madami ding ano. So kumbaga they are very practical steps that we can take for a healthy life. And then, Doc She, if people would like to consult with you, how can they get
Mhm.
in touch with
Yun.
you?
Uh, I am not at liberty ngayon po to give out numbers kasi. Kasi nga,
Yes, yes.
well, I do give free consultations still
Mm.
online, no? Time
Okay.
permits. Siguro I'll get in touch with you, with DJ Raymond for that. So later
Ah,
on na lang for that.
sige. So, pag if they want to consult, like, can they email you or something?
Pwede naman po.
Page on
Yes,
Facebook.
they do.
Chat.
Or do you have a Facebook
Facebook
page?
also,
Gano'n?
Messenger, mostly po. During the
Messenger din.
pandemic also, I
Yeah.
utilized Viber and Messenger for
Mm.
that.
Okay. So
So,
yun
pwede
sa
hindi ka,
Viber,
anong
madali.
messenger mo, Doc? I hope people,
Sheryl Santiago.
oo, wag lang kayong maano ha, pag hindi makasagot si Doc She, alam mo naman, our frontliners are so busy. Pero I know they
Mhm.
always have your best interest in mind. Basta message lang
Mhm.
kayo, 'di ba? Oo. So Doc
Mhm.
She, what is your Facebook
Sheryl Santiago.
address? Share,
Doc Sheryl Santiago. O
yan.
She lang po.
Sheryl Santiago.
Sheryl
Sheryl
Santiago.
Santiago. Ayun. Kasi Doc She is busy also. She travels then to Batanes, you know. You know, I like Batanes. I've been there, I think
Okay.
twice or thrice na. So, pag gusto nyo bakasyon sa Batanes, sabayan nyo si Doc She. And thank you very
Sheryl
much, Doc She,
Santiago.
ha, for
Can
your
I
time. I know
share
you're
muna?
very busy.
Share ko lang sa
Oo,
screen sandali yung ano po. Yung para makita
Facebook.
lang nila how your Facebook looks. Ayan. Ayan. As the cover photo.
Ayan. Mm.
Yun. Okay, so drop her a message. Yan. Okay, Sheryl Santiago. Ayan.
Mm-mm. Ayun.
Okay,
So,
tama no po?
yung
Tama. Ayan, Sheryl
mm.
Santiago.
So, para dun sa
Okay.
mga may PCOS or you are afraid that you might have PCOS and also for
Mhm.
infertility problems, di ba?
Mm.
Ayan.
Okay na
So,
po,
and
Doc.
then
May
for
pahabol pa dito.
menopausal,
Ito. Opo, may pahabol lang dito kay Doc. In celebration of the Women's Month, what is your message to those women who are experiencing infertility due to PCOS? How can we empower them? Thank you po, boss. Ng leader
ah,
ko si Colin. Women empowerment. Yeah. All right, go, go.
Yes,
Sige.
ganda. Actually,
mhm,
with PCOS, there's really something we can do. I know this is a condition that is depressing, and sometimes talaga, some women no do despair because they have this one. But remember this: there should never be any disease or any condition that should derail you, no, from reaching out for your dreams. So
mm,
that siguro is the best message that I can give you, no, to empower you. Sakit
mm.
lang yan. It's just a condition.
Oo.
You can do
Mm-mm.
it. Hindi kayo
Mm-mm.
dapat na matakot, no, or mag-struggle in order to attain your dreams.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Tama. Yun. And may I
Yes,
add to
take
that,
it.
if your dream is to have a child, kasi infertility yung pinag-uusapan, di ba?
Mm,
Well, prayers are very powerful.
yeah.
God will give you God will give you in time if kumbaga you if he wishes to give you one. But just in case he does not give you one, there must be a reason, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Tsaka there are also still solutions naman. You can
Mm,
adapt,
yeah.
pwede din, you can, or probably being childless naman is not the end of the world. Actually, ang hirap nga magpalaki ng anak ngayon eh, ang mahal-mahal.
Tita Bets.
And
Ay,
at
may
the end,
bumabati po. May
I
bumabati
hope,
sa inyo. Happy Women's Month, Doc She and Ma'am Betty from Christine. Hello, Christine.
oo,
Thank you for that.
yeah. Kaya
And
thank you
same
ano
din
pala
sa'yo.
kay
Likewise
kay
sa'yo. Ayaw.
Kagawad Cyrus Yanesa. He's
Okay.
always listening. Oo.
Thank you po, Christine.
I hope konti lang ang PCOS sa barangay mo, Kagawad Cyrus. Oo. Ayun. So talking of children naman,
Mhm.
sometimes I always tell my husband na sabi ko, alam mo, at the end of the day, ang matitira is tayong dalawa eh. 'Di ba? The
Mm.
children have their own lives. So, don't despair and if you don't have children. Kasi iba na rin ang panahon ngayon. Iba ang panahon din noon. Before
Mhm.
kasi, parents expect children to take care of them when they are old, 'di ba? Eh, ang napapansin ko ngayon, kawawa nga tayo eh. We still take care of our children. We still take care. We're that generation caught in between na we have to take care of our parents and we also have to take care of our children. And so pray lang, have faith, believe in God that He will give you the best. Tama po ba ako, Doc She?
Alright.
Ayan.
So
Oo.
thank you po again,
Thank
Doc
you
She.
again, Doc
Thank
She.
you.
Ayan.
Thank
Happy
you.
International Women's Month.
Oo.
And stay
Sa
safe po.
uulitin na,
Thank you
Doc
for your time.
She.
Yes.
Choose to
Ah,
challenge.
Yun,
ah,
choose to challenge.
okay.
Hashtag na yun. Yan. Updated
Okay.
talaga si Dr. She. Choose to
Oo.
challenge. All right.
Mm.
Thank you.
Sige. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
We will be
Bye-bye.
back with ito muna pe-play muna natin yung takeaway video naman ni Tita Bets. Then
Ah,
we'll be back to wrap up our episode for today. Once again, Doc Shea, thank you. Much respect sa katulad ninyong mga frontliners.
mm.
All
Ayan.
right. Yeah, we are
Ay,
back.
cute,
Thank you
no?
once again. Si Doc Shea, thank you. An empowered woman doctor. Ang galing.
Oo. Kaya nga sabi ko mga women ngayon are empowered eh. They don't let PCOS get in the way. Diba?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Correct.
So, today we had the food hack kasi
Ah,
cute siya, di
sarap
ba?
'no? Ngayon ko lang
Oo.
na-realize na nalaman yung pala yung kasi I love lettuce, eh. Yung pala kasi may
Ah,
pag yung nagsasagna, 'di ba? Yun lang
mm.
pala yun.
Just
Oo,
put
yung
it in the
ice water.
ice
Yeah,
water. Oo.
oo nga, galing pala
Or
yun.
you can store it actually in an aluminum foil. Actually, di ba
Hmm,
yung may hilig sa potato chips na malalaking bags,
yeah.
ganon. You can save that and then you put the veggies inside the aluminum foil. It also
Mm,
helps in preventing the veggie from sagging. Kasi
yes.
nga, as Doc said, food is your medicine, di ba? So,
Yeah.
yan yung maganda ding nangyari during this pandemic that people became more aware of the food that they eat because
Mhm.
madami ding naging chef. So,
Pero marami nag-binge watching with chips. Pero
ah,
medyo na-realize din naman before, marami akong kilala na na-realize pala, ay teka pala, I've been eating too much chips or
uy,
unhealthy food.
nakakataba talaga siya. Alam mo, last week na ganyan. Potato chips is my favorite. Ever since I was in high
Kaya-
school, elementary.
Oh yeah,
So, pag
Jack and Jill.
kuminsan,
Yeah.
pag kuminsan, when I have that urge, tsaka na lang ako bumibili. Kaya yan
Okay.
yung, what I do is, I don't buy para I don't eat, 'di ba? Kaya lang wala akong
Mm.
magawa kung minsan napapabayaan sa grocery, no? So, sige.
Paisa-isa lang naman ba yan eh, once in a while.
Hmm.
Kami rin
So,
at home, ganyan.
last week,
Schedule lang.
last week
Yes.
kumain ako, alam mo talagang tumaba ako. So this
Literally?
week I'm trying to literally talagang nagdagdag ng
Oh,
pounds.
anyway. Kasi po
Kasi I
siyempre
don't exercise eh. I
may
don't
salt
exercise
yun.
a
Hindi
lot.
ka nag-exercise. Pero walking, how
Oh,
about walking?
hindi din masyado. Pero I have my regular massage. Alam mo, tamad no?
Oh,
Tamad mag-exercise. I let somebody exercise for me. I have my regular massage every Saturday. Ayun. I have a
okay.
good masseuse eh. Ayun.
Oh.
But anyway, talking about the PCOS, sabi ko nga, 'di
Mm.
ba, I promise our televiewers I'll be giving some health tips, no?
Yes po.
Oo. So, well, of course, some Western doctors might not agree with me, pero
Mhm.
this is what I've learned from a traditional Chinese medicine doctor who has also studied Western medicine. She's actually a OB-GYN eh. So,
Mm.
pero hindi naman 'to PCOS ang ano niya, it's more of she treats infertility and ang
Mhm.
sabi niya sa akin, a lot of people have endometriosis. Yung a lot of our young people, they have endometriosis. Sabi niya,
Mhm.
one of the cause daw is kasi naliligo 'pag may mens. So,
Mhm.
she really advised young people,
Okay.
a few days lang naman. Puwede ka naman magpunas, or you
As
can use
in as in zero? Parang talagang hindi? Skip
oo,
talaga?
skip talaga. Pero a few
Eh,
days lang naman. Puwede ka naman
sige
magpunas
po
and you
ito.
will still
Yeah.
be, magkulon ka na lang, then you will still feel fresh. There are ways naman of feeling fresh about it. But do not take a bath when you have your monthly period. So that was one of her advice. I think mainly baby because it has something to do with the circulatory system or what. Kasi nga, like for example, di ba, there are cases na yung mga taking a shower tapos nagko-collapse sa loob ng bathroom. So it's more of yung singaw ba, singaw and then you counteract with the maybe because yun yung naisip ko, but I still have to probably research on that. But it's an advice that she gave that
Mm.
to prevent endometriosis. Sabi niya, do not take a bath. And then also in TCM, the other advice is do not drink cold drinks. Alam mo ang mga bata ngayon, mahilig sa malalamig eh. Cold soft drinks, cold teas, cold milk teas even. So, when you have your period, do not drink cold water or fluid. Only warm or hot drinks. I think it prevents also something, well, pag malamig kasi, when you drink it, by the time they are in your stomach area, your intestine area, hindi na siya ganon kalamig. But then, still, mafe-feel mo pa rin eh. So, there must be some vessels that are constricting or what that will cause that might have some effects. So, if you often do that, then it might have you might have a circulatory problem. Ayun. So yan ang health tips ni Tita
Yeah.
Bets.
All
Yeah.
right. So, okay, it's now 1:15, and well, we have to wrap up. And next week, nga pala, we have another lady. Her name is Lady. Lady
Mhm.
Mataya from the Adventist Medical Center. We're going to talk about yung lifestyle medicine. Yeah.
Yes. Food is
Kasi
your
especially,
medicine. So
yeah,
change your
ayun.
lifestyle, 'di ba? Mm.
Talagang tama, agreeing with in line with talagang yung stand ni Tita Beth sa ng Health Revolution, 'di ba? Because kailangan holistic tayo, proactive, and of course
Mm.
food. And yeah, si Tita Beth ay isang licensed naturopathic practitioner. So kailangan
Mm.
lahat yan. So this coming Wednesday, very
Mm.
exciting.
Sige.
And yun, tamang-tama kasi nga we're still in the lockdown season, pandemic season pa rin. So maganda, importante yung mga tamang food choices.
Oo.
Kasi yun na nga,
Ayan.
may nakaka-apekto rin sa PCOS. Di po ba?
Mm.
Sa atin, especially sa mga women natin. Ayan.
Yan.
So,
Oo. Thank you, DJ Raymonda. And thank you
yes,
to our
thank you rin po.
televiewers. Yes. So see
Thank
you
you sa
again
mga
next.
nagtanong. Yeah,
Yes.
okay. And you can watch
We'll
this
see you
on
again next one.
replay. Yes po. See you again next week on Wednesday. Once again, our lunch date every Wednesday, Health Revolution.
Oo.
God
And
bless
then
us all.
may replay sa Google at YouTube ba yun? YouTube.
YouTube, opo. My
Can they
Big Ink.
subscribe na ba? Can they
Yeah
subscribe
po,
in
they can
YouTube na?
follow and
Ah.
subscribe. Follow the Facebook
Oh.
page, also the Instagram account, no? Ng
Mhm.
My Big
Mhm.
Ink, and also YouTube, you should subscribe. Doon lahat ang
Oo.
mga takeaways sa mga previous episodes. Alright.
And you can message us also if you have any questions. Ayun, we'll be
Mhm.
happy to share what we know. Ayan.
Yes,
So,
My
sige
Big
po.
Ink.
Yan.
Napakadaling kontakin.
Oo.
Madaling tandaan. My
Oo.
Big Ink. Ayan,
Mm.
the ticker down below. Ayan, makikita niyo dyan. Yan yung
Mm.
details. Alright, so
Ayan. Okay, sige. Thank you very much, DJ Raymond. See you again
thank you
next
po,
week.
Tita Beth. Stay
Oo.
safe. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.